Now, are you ready to play DUI Blackjack? Here's the deal. In the game of DUI Blackjack, the dealer is the popo, the police officer. He's the one that deals. Unlike being in a real casino, you can actually control what cards the dealer has. For example, I equate the ace of spades to the chemical test, which is a blood, breath, or urine test. That's ace of spades. You give that to the dealer or the popo, it's problematic because that's their best evidence right there. So don't give it to them. And you don't have to. You don't have to. You can choose to refuse. There will be a license suspension, but you can get privileges and you can appeal that suspension. So choose to refuse that because everything else is so subjective. Now let's move on to the jack of clubs. I equate that to standardized field sobriety testing. You know those roadside balance tests that they have people do at the side of busy highways and roadways? Don't do them. Highly subjective and designed to incriminate you. So do not give the popo or the dealer the jack of clubs. And then what are you guaranteeing if you do that? You are guaranteeing that the popo does not have blackjack. No blackjack. So, if I know the dealer doesn't have blackjack, doesn't have the ace of spades, no jack of clubs, I'm betting. What other cards does the dealer have or the popo when you're being investigated for DUI? Well, they're looking for observational evidence. That's what I equate as a 7 of hearts. Observational evidence is like odor of alcohol, slurred speech, watery, bloodshot eyes. I don't know about you, but my eyes are watery right now. Who cares about their highly subjective, biased, observational evidence? I'll bet on that any day, okay? The next card, the 3 of diamonds. I equate that to what's allegedly your bad driving, okay? So no turn signal, speeding, maybe going into another lane slightly. People drive poorly every day and are not under the influence of alcohol. It doesn't mean you're under the influence of alcohol. So, if the dealer or the popo has the 3 of diamonds, the 7 of hearts, I'm betting. Do not give the dealer any wild cards. There's certain wild cards that I don't want you to give the dealer. You, the citizen, control that. First, ID. Make sure you produce your ID, license, registration, proof of insurance for the popo or the dealer. They're allowed to have you identify yourself, so make sure you give them that information. Don't give them that wild card, okay? Secondly, exit the vehicle. When a police officer is investigating a crime, he's allowed to investigate. And when you're in a car, he's allowed to have you get out of the car for his investigation. And he also may have some safety concerns. So he's allowed to get you out of the car because of those safety concerns. So when an officer tells you to get out of the car and exit the vehicle. After that, though, when you choose to refuse, you're still going to get arrested. That cop is going to make his arrest, but don't have him arrest you by giving him a bunch of evidence. You don't want to do that. You don't want him to have any evidence. So when he wants to arrest you, he's going to ask you to put your arms behind your back and he's going to handcuff you. Do not resist arrest. Do not give the cop that wild card. That's even more trouble. So do not resist arrest. Folks, don't let the dealer or the popo beat you in DUI Blackjack. Make sure you don't give them the ace of spades, the chemical test, or the blood, breath, or urine test. Don't give them the jack of clubs, which are those roadside balance tests. Don't give them that evidence because it's highly incriminating. It's designed to incriminate you, and frankly, it's government junk science. Don't give it to them. If you got the 7 of clubs left and the 3 card or 2-3 card left, that I'm a betting man, I'll bet on that. There's no guarantees, but your chances of prevailing significantly increase because you've assured yourself you haven't given the dealer blackjack. So good luck out there and play smart.